Coach, and I'm here with a quick little frequency energy report. Just wanted to talk about the cosmic energy that's coming in and what's happening right now. It was just something that I came across, and I thought that it would be pretty interesting. So I want to share a few things. First, I want to start with this video.
Electrical beings.
Do it again. Okay, put it in your hand. Move again.
Electricity and magnetism. That's what that is.
This
So
is
the
what we
reason
are.
this works is because we are electrical beings. Our spirit is electricity and our soul is magnetism. So we in this physical avatar, we have electricity running throughout our body at all times. And I'm sure we all know that we have electrons in our bodies and protons in our bodies. And both of these have electrical charges, whether it's positive or a negative charge. We have electricity running throughout our body at all times. Not only that, but our hearts also produce an electromagnetic field around our body. So this is the aura that we feel, the energy that we feel from other people that we just can't see, but we can feel it though. That energy within itself is also electricity. And on top of this, kids are also more tapped into source, higher power, because they're directly connected. So their auras are very much pure. And the thing about this is we all have different and unique abilities. It's only when you tap in and start to notice these things. Even if you've tried to playfully do some shit and you've seen that shit worked, yeah, we all have these abilities because we are spiritual beings. I hope you enjoyed my explanation of this video, and I appreciate you watching the video all the way through. Crystal jewelry is also available on my website. The link is in my bio. I appreciate you.
Man, shout out to that guy. I thought that was pretty interesting because it's true. We are electrical beings, and that is, we give off that. Our thoughts are electric and our feelings are magnetic. So this was something else that goes with that. Now, also with that, on top of being electric and magnetic beings, is our melanin. Our melanin does a lot, and it amplifies that electromagnetism. So let's play something, see how the sun correlates with it.
And the cosmic energy hitting us, the planet is going through a massive terraforming process. And it's imperative that you are mentally, physically, and spiritually ready for what's about to happen. Now, those that can survive the cosmic radiation will receive a biological upgrade. As the UV index increases, the magnetosphere decreases. All right, and what's happening is it's creating cosmic green Etherian energy, which actually does have a direct effect on our biological structure. It has an effect on us, and it's associated with the heart chakra frequency. Melanin is one of the primary components that will keep individuals safe during this event. The elites that run this matrix are fully aware of that. That's why they're so fascinated with melanin, okay? In 1920, an English biochemist detailed how to extract melanin from black people. This was an actual experiment for them. Our bodies are made with from so.
Now pay attention to that because I'm gonna play another video that correlates to this. Again, pay attention to that. This video is from Wanda-BC. Shout out to her. She be dropping some good shit.
So many different things are made from the 9 ether avatar. I'm gonna actually get out y'all way so y'all can read this. Pause the video and check this out.
You see this right here? It was found that if the skin were soaked in boiling water, contained practically all the pigment, could be readily, I can't see that because his bio is there. Let's see. Could be readily.
And it looks just like dark matter if you look at it, pretty much. It's an iron deficiency. It works great for Alzheimer's disease, which means it's good for your neurophysiology, your mental cognition, things of that nature. Infertility in men. As I mentioned, the atrazine is something that reduces testosterone, so legit would naturally raise it. Chronic fatigue syndrome, low testosterone level, as I mentioned. Urinary system, premature aging, diabetes, and the list goes on, okay? Get yourself some Silogit. I do have it available on Holistic Remedies for Ascension. All all you do with this tire-like substance is mix it in like 8 ounces of water, stir it up real good, and drink it down. You can consume it consistently. First thing you're going to notice is increased energy, all right? You're going to notice your mood swings alleviating. It's going to increase your serotonin. It's going to be all around good for your for vitality and rejuvenation of the human avatar. I highly recommend getting yourself some Shilajit. And this works if you're carbonated or non-carbonated. Melanin.
Okay, I'm just gonna pause it there. I have actually had Shilajit. I don't know if I'm probably slaughtering it. Not from him primarily, but I have had it before. It is pretty good. I did experience those or similar effects. Now, it was interesting about what he was saying is because of what the process is what we're going through right now. And you do got to be on point mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, even financially, like to be able to deal with what's going on, deal with the shift and the transition. But if you on point, man, you probably are feeling juiced and extra excited. Probably have been seeing some noticing some things in your gifts and abilities. So yeah, I thought that was very interesting. Now, what correlates to this video was this one. And I'm not gonna play all of it, but I want to play some of it.
The next dream that I had is towards Black people. And in this dream, I saw something that I have never seen before, and I pray that I will never see it again. And it was from this dream that the Lord taught me about something called melanin. I think I've only spoken about it once, and God was making me to know how prized this thing melanin is, in that it's an extreme rejuvenator. It keeps the body young. It slows down aging. It just is a refresher. I don't know much about it scientifically. I wasn't moved to dig too deep into this because this thing that I saw, God put me in a room, and I will just call this the dream of dehydrated Black people. A dehydrator is different from being dehydrated. Dehydrated is when you haven't had enough water, and you can still look exactly the way I look. You can still look the way you look, but you feel tired because your cells lack water, so you need water. A dehydrator is a particular type of thing that is built, and you put flesh into it, usually animal flesh. You usually put cows into it, or you put sheep into a dehydrator. When you've prepared them, obviously when you've shaved off all their wool, or you've taken off the cowhide and you just have the meat, and then you can put the dehydrator on, and a dehydrator works with extremely high temperatures, but it doesn't work with moisture. So just like dehydration means you don't have enough water, a dehydrator is something that uses powerful waves of hot air, dry heat, to dry meat. God put me in a room where I was not affected, but I was standing inside a room and looking at about 40 Black people, stark naked, dying in that room, inside the dehydrator. They had been put in there without water, and they had been in there, at the time I was in there, they had been in there for maybe 3 days, subjected to this supreme intense heat, with the purpose that they would literally dry and turn into human raisins. And the knowledge the Lord put in my heart was, Celestial, different types of death affect the human body in different ways. And this chemical inside the body that Black people have, that actually gives them the dark pigment, the almost uniform dark pigment of the eyes, of the skin, and of the hair, this thing called melanin is extremely prized as a life extender. And those who know what this thing does, those who know how to extract it, and know that it extends life, and also...
Now, that's important because I was playing the other video that was talking about extracting the melanin, but I'm going to let her continue.
Melanin can bring back youth if you consume enough of it. This is the understanding that I had. But you can't destroy it by, for instance, shooting a person in the head. the person dies, and the thing that produces the melanin, I guess, is just off. With the death, it's off, and you won't get the benefit of it. But if you can take life away so slowly that this flesh with the blood in it living and all that is inside, all these chemical compounds inside us that I have no knowledge of, for I am not a scientist, if you can take away life in such a way that you preserve it exactly the way you preserve a fig or preserve a raisin, then when that body is consumed, it will be rich with the melanin, and you can have that. And so, long story short, the Lord put me in a room with about 30 or 40. These were all full adults, no children. These are fully grown men and women, stark naked. And they were so weak that some of them had fallen by the door where they had been trying to find a way out. Some of them had fallen at all different points of this completely sealed, boiling hot, because a sauna is different. A sauna, you can put water in there. It was worse than a sauna. It was so excessively hot. They had fallen, and they were in the last stages of life around the third day. But the worst thing in that room was the fact that inside that room was a locked and sealed freezer. And inside that freezer were all the people who had already passed on, had been put in there to now preserve them fresh. This dream was also 2017. This is the United States of America. I have no interest in who believes and who does not believe. The entire purpose of my life at this point is that the truth will come out so that it can be heard. For when the judgments come, it must be in.
Okay, so I'm just gonna stop it there. But you know, the thing that I feel like what this is really about is I feel like mainly the system in this matrix is kind of vampiring melanated people for their energy, like they usurping their energy. And I feel like that maybe what she was saying in her dream as far as what was happening in 2017, she said what this is supposed to be, or when she had it, it was kind of a hint of what's to come. Even there was somebody who said in the comments, they were saying melanin in the adrenochrome, and that's been something that's been, it's been spiking. Like a lot of people have been getting kidnapped, a lot of missing children, and they have the shows on Netflix where they're talking about it, and the different movies. And I really feel like that's exactly what it's connected to. Also, organ harvesting is such a big thing that, it's a big thing, especially with melanated people, because our organs are a little bit more amplified. They go a lot longer than those who don't have melanin. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And yeah, I just feel like we are in some serious times, but good times as well. But you got to know who you are, and you got to know what you are connected to on a cosmic and a galactic level. Like this mundane stuff is cool, but it's so much more than that, So you got to pay attention, really tap into your body, man, really detox, really get in tune with the shift, or man, you may be left behind, or worse. It may be something else worse. But yep, that's the energy report I got for you guys May 1st on this this cosmic frequency energy report. So y'all like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think, and I will catch y'all on the next one.